Houston Stronger, presented by Texas Mattress Makers.
Hello everybody, Dan Rather here. Remembering Hurricane Harvey and how Houston and the surrounding area handled itself during and ever since the hurricane, I'm reminded there's something noble, something inspiring about the way Houstonians have handled themselves. And it's a reminder that the essence of Houston, the place and the people, is a willingness of heart. Now forward, Houston Strong.
Dan Rather was actually the news director at KHO 11 back in the 60s, and he was the first person to show a hurricane live on the air. Well, this exact time last year, Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo was on the set of Great Day Houston. He made it very clear, do not loot, do not take advantage of people or the situation in the aftermath of Harvey. And for the most part, people did the right thing and helped one another. And he joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So it was interesting because you remember what was happening around the country and in Houston shortly before Harvey came through. People were saying tear down statues, police officers were in the line of fire, and all of a sudden what happened with Harvey is we saw police officers and the community working together and realizing what was truly important at that moment.
I mean, what I think what Harvey did is it was a reminder from the good Lord up above. You need to stop, just destroying each other, and you need to realize that you're on this together. We're all in here for a short period of time, and we need to work together to make it a good period of time for everyone.
That is the thing about Houstonians. I may never know you, I may not meet you, but as I walk by you or drive by you on the road, I acknowledge you.
Yep, and I see you, which is really important.
Yeah.
So
you had several, all of them obviously went out there and went above the call of duty. We oftentimes think of officers as protecting us, but they were pulling people out of water. They were first responders as well, obviously. Police Sergeant Steve Pettis was determined to get to work and in dangerous conditions and lost his life.
But he gave his life doing what he was born to do, and that was make a difference in the lives of people. And it was so symbolic, his absolute commitment to make it in, despite his beautiful family saying, no, don't go. He knew where he belonged, and like I told his wife that morning, knowing if you knew that was his last day on earth, his last moments on earth, would he want to be behind a desk or behind a couch, or would he want to be serving? And she said absolutely went the way he lived and serving others. Yeah,
and then there was Bert Ramon, who was someone who found out that he was actually dying, and he thought that maybe a last-ditch effort to deal with colon cancer was to go to Oklahoma, but he couldn't make it there because of the storm. And what did he decide to do?
Work and rescued hundreds of people. He worked with our dive team and with our Lake Patrol folks, and rather than care about himself, he took care of others. And he passed since then, and we got to see him at the day before he passed and spend time with him. And but it's again symbolic of the excellence of our department. Yeah,
and of course when you were on the air, David, you would see those pictures of all the stuff that you told people not to go into. Don't go into those floodwaters.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're charging right into it. Where does that come from?
I think it comes from the DNA of cops, right? I mean, I like to tell my cops, we're under-resourced, we're understaffed, we're under-equipped, but our cops don't make excuses to make a difference. And they got in the water at night with flashlights. They made human change. And not only did they maintain law and order, unlike other places where it went sideways.
Anarchy breaks out.
Anarchy broke out. You didn't see that in Houston. I think it was twofold. A great police department serving a great community.
Yeah, and you appreciated the partnership with the community, didn't
Absolutely. You? I mean, the boat people that showed up from the Cajun Navy. I'm like, hey, bring it on down. And at first we had a big debate whether they would use them. And I went back to my team and says, I don't care where they're from, and they're here to help. The Houston Police Department will use them, and we did, and as a result, thousands of lives were saved.
And part of my down moment, I met you down there. We actually fed police officers.
Yes, you did.
And so I was just thinking, if I ever got pulled over for a ticket, I'm gonna be like, didn't I feed you?
Unfortunately, that when they had the food you cooked, they're going to remember that. So you may not want to tell them you fed them.
Let me just end with this. The HPD is always looking for good people, and the different types of jobs you have down there, because who I also ran into down there were your chaplains, who were just two very sweet people, and they have another heart of service, if you will, in the police department.
And it's about emotional and spiritual healthness. That's really important. Health for all of us, and there's a role for everybody, including volunteers. So people that want to volunteer, that maybe not want to be police officers, come on down. We can use you.
All right, Chief. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Okay. When we come back, oh wait, before we go, last year.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, last year when you were in the studios, you gave us a hard time about not having donuts. You
That's
go,
exactly
I'm a cop,
right.
I need donuts,
You
right?
think this is natural growth?
Okay,
It
all right,
takes work,
okay.
it takes
Well,
work,
here we
it
go
takes
then.
work.
Here we go. Not only do you have donuts, it's Dunkin'
Oh my
Donuts.
God.
Don't you forget
Dunkin' Donuts. Wow.
And your coffee.
Have my coffee.
There you go.
Now that's the breakfast of champions
Yeah.
right there.
Four
Cheers,
champions.
everybody. Four champions.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, guys.
Well, when we come back, people around the world watched as thousands were rescued from flooded homes and streets. Many who felt compelled to do something, including director and actor Tyler Perry, donated money. How some of those charity dollars paid off. Next.